How much do you enjoy working remotely? Do you like it enough to maybe even move to another state?
Yeah. What if they gave you some cash to move, make the big move? Would that help you? Would that help in your decision? Here to talk more about workers who are being paid up to 20 grand just to move to
Wow.
another state. We've got Evan Hawk of Make My Move. Good morning to you, Evan. I say good morning, and
Good
then the
morning.
first question I want to ask, 20 grand, seriously? Who's making these big money offers? And by the way, we should mention it's not just money they're using to entice people, right?
That's right. So communities all across the country are offering remote workers tangible incentives to move and relocate to their region. So it could be cash, it could be mortgage forgiveness, but anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000 is being offered by communities like Southwest Michigan, West Lafayette, Indiana, West Virginia, all across the country.
All right, so you mentioned a few of these hubs that are doing this. You know, this is Chicago, and we not only have stuff, we have a lot of cool stuff. Do these places have, do they have other amenities that might lure people other than the cash incentive?
Well, hey, Chicago's a great place, and you're right, you have a lot of cool stuff. But I think there's a lot of people that maybe have grown tired of the big city life and are looking for a change of pace. And so these communities offer a wide and different array of amenities. Lower cost of living, in West Lafayette's case, sort of access to Purdue University, great research university. But each of these communities really have something special to offer, and they're really trying to find folks that are a good match for their community.
Well, Evan, for a very long time, it was always thought that the businesses, that they held the purse strings, so they're the ones that held the power. But this pandemic has really changed things. It's been a game changer, let's face it. Do you think it's kind of taken away the power from the corporations and the bosses, and maybe it's the workers who have the power?
That's a great point, Anita. And, I think this is probably the biggest economic story of our lifetimes, in that because remote workers are now free to choose where they live and work, the economic value of their job has shifted from the employers to the employees. So what we're finding is that a lot of the communities that maybe traditionally have devoted economic development dollars to recruit companies are now engaging in retail economic development and trying to recruit those remote workers one-on-one directly.
I know we're early in the process. Any buyer's remorse, rather? Are people glad they made the move? What are you hearing?
It's probably too early to get buyer's remorse, but we're hearing that people love their new arrangements. I think that the remote work situation has freed people to make the choice for whatever region matches their lifestyle. And I think people at this point are really excited to find those new locations. A different change of pace, maybe more land, maybe closer to family. I think it's really a case where they're sort of taking advantage of their newfound freedom and finding a place that works for them.
Yeah, we did a segment a while back, and there were people from Tulsa, Oklahoma, trying to tell us that people from Chicago should come down, and we were like, Tulsa? Who wants to move to Tulsa? I mean, we're in Chicago. But they really, made a pretty popular offer. They had, I think it was like $10,000 down for your mortgage payment. So for those that are maybe thinking about it, like, what do you want them to consider when they're like, maybe I do, maybe I don't? What do you think about when you're making that decision?
I think it always starts with making a list of what you want to get out of them. What do you want out of your new community? Tulsa is a great example. You're right. They offer $10,000 for relocation. But the biggest part of that program is the program that gets you connected to the local community, what gets you connected to volunteer opportunities, gets you connected to a network of folks. And so, I think people move for different reasons. It's important to decide why you're making that move and to find a community that fits that need. And then get involved. MakeMyMove.com is simply a marketplace that helps folks shop and compare those communities and get connected when they're ready to make a move.
All right. Well, I think you better get ready. You're going to have a lot of people reaching out to you thinking maybe this is time to make my move. Hey, we want to thank you very much for Evan Hawk for coming on this morning and maybe inspiring some people to do it. You never know.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Evan. Appreciate it.